Oh god. Well, we've turned the power on. Hey everyone, it's Nickel. Back for more Infra. This is part 6. We have gone through the abandoned steel factory, the abandoned foundry, and we are going to proceed. We are gradually uncovering a big mystery. We're uncovering corruption. Jeff Walter looks like the bad guy at the moment, but I'm also a little suspicious of Alex Hartman because he's the POV that we're mainly hearing from, and he might not be all that reliable. So we're at the top of this foundry here, and let's just have a look, see what's going on.
That makes 10 packs of batteries for the flashlight.
It has been a few days since the last time I played this game, so yeah. There was a gas leak, wasn't there? Wonder if I can, like, run out.
That makes 10 packs of batteries for the flashlight.
Well, maybe there's a way to turn off the gas? Ah, that's the gas leak, I think. What if I were to run? No. Okay. It's not possible. So that's the door we have to get to, it looks like. Okay, so that's cemented off. What's over here? Maybe we can come through it this way. This also is red, so maybe not. So there is actually a little delay after I turn the power on, so I wonder if there's some action we can take, like, you know, jumping out of a window or something. Okay, so another red light here. I did also want to backtrack a little bit. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it now or later on, or not sure whether I'm going to do it today or later on. But there were a bunch of doors. While I was editing the previous episode, I noticed that there were a lot of doors that had this sort of red light on the way here. So it's almost as if I could go into them. So that looks relevant up there. I definitely couldn't jump here, right? Right, there we go.
What the hell is going on?
Oh god. Well, we've turned the power on. I feel like I was supposed to rush to something. Or maybe this. Okay, gas is off. Oh. Okay. Never mind.
Still 8 packs of batteries left. What the hell is going on?
Alright, turn the power off. Excellent. Is that gonna kill me? Yep, that's gonna kill me. What else is gonna kill me? Okay, back up here. I mean, I might as well save here, maybe. So if I were to, maybe save slot 4? Let's try this way. I don't think this is the way out. Yep. So that's blocked. Now, there is something there though. Can I go up here? Yep. Ah, that's blocked off. Okay. Good thing I saved. Wait, what? It's also kind of funny how we're the ones creating half of these disasters. Okay, so is this an on-off thing? Huh. And how do I get through here? Sometimes I don't think I get paid enough for this.
Announcement. Attention all personnel. I regret to announce that the furnaces of Stolberg Steel will be let to cool permanently. The factory will be closed immediately. Thank you for all these years. That's what you get for striking.
That's what you get for striking? What an asshole. Okay, so we can probably go back here now. Ah, this is green now, this door. Excellent. tells us how to proceed. Remember to close the door. Bit of a missed puzzle there. Outside. We're alive. We made it.
An elevator that didn't fall down. That's new. So, there should be a cell transceiver up here somewhere. Let's see if we can get it to work.
Ah, Stahlberg. You beautiful city. You beautiful corrupt city. Right, September 13th, 1981. Okay, I was wrong. Everything has gotten worse. Oh, the microphone's been so far away from me. Okay, I was wrong. Everything has gotten worse. Walter wanted to lower our wages even more. Okay, well, actually, hold on. Just need to see if the microphone's now in the way of... Okay. September 13th, 1981. Okay, I was wrong. Everything has gotten worse. Walter wanted to lower our wages even more because the company is doing worse than before. I'm not even surprised, but this is ridiculous. So that's Jeff Walter trying to squeeze as much money out of this as he can before he sends it bankrupt, it looks like. It might be that Walter's a bad guy, but Hartman is a worse guy. I don't trust Hartman at this stage. I'll just say that. Like, that's just going over, like, the fact that everything's coming from his point of view, it seems suspicious. And that's not from, you know, the game telling me this. That's years of watching noir films and, you know, unreliable narrators is telling me that. Anyway, let's continue. September 20th, 1981. Not true, apparently. But today, one guy got fired because he almost fell into one of the steel ladles. I heard he's had many other accidents recently. October 2nd, 1981. This is looking bad. We really should start a strike because these conditions clearly aren't getting any better. October 14th, 1981. They're closing this place down, so this will be my last note. Everything went wrong when that Walter guy bought this place. Actually, there were some problems before, but Walter made things much worse. I know Mikhail Rosenthal considers him a friend and all. Ah. Mikhail Rosenthal is working with Hartman and Kleinmann to figure out what's going on. So what's happened there? So they're friends? That's a bit suspicious. I know Mikhail Rosenthal considers him a friend and all, but even he couldn't foresee that Walter would go on to lower our wages and make all those other unwanted arrangements. Rosenthal wasn't really the best boss either, but at least he wasn't leading us to bankruptcy. We had to do something, so we started the strike, and now here we are. So, maybe Walter wasn't involved in the strike at all. Maybe the workers had a pretty bad situation, started the strike, but now they're in hell. Now they're in a much comparably worse place. So, we're starting to get some contradictory evidence, I think. So, that being, number one, Walter and Rosenthal are friends. Maybe they were friends and had a falling out. Or maybe Rosenthal is some kind of double agent, as it were, you know, corporately.
That makes 8 packs of camera batteries.
We have so many batteries for everything. For flashlight and camera. Okay, so that's very interesting. We do need to do a bit of a summary of the lore that we've found so far. I think it'll be very helpful for the series to do that. So we might do that either before or after this episode, maybe? Okay, so where does that one go? Okay, what does this one do? Maybe it doesn't have any power? Huh. We're getting up awfully high now. If the light is on, check the upper fuses. Oh, we had so many fuses down there. I bet we're going to be locked out of a room because we didn't bring one with us, as this game keeps doing. It might even be worth loading and coming back, if that's the case. On top of the world. Little barbecue here, 2 chairs, a whole city in front of us. So these master and elevator and auxiliary fuse, the middle ones seem to be broken. Litter. Oh. Oh, that was... Okay. On. Okay, hold on, let's have a look at this again. The light is on, check the other fuses. Uh-huh.
That did the trick. Now, let's see if there is a way to get down from here.
That did the trick. Don't understand how, but... So we're supposed to just backtrack now? Surely not.
Mark, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for hours.
I've been wading through the tunnels. They need some urgent repair.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It looks like that collapse back in the Bergman tunnels has set off some kind of a chain reaction. Old tunnels are collapsing all over the city. I'm a bit worried about the Two Gorges Dam. The rising water levels could be bad news. Listen, where are you now?
I'm at the old steel factory.
Okay, good. The water treatment plant is nearby. I want you to go there and find out what's going on. They're not answering any of my phone calls.
All right. I'll let you know what I can find out.
Alright. Alright, we are back. So where are we now? We're heading towards the water treatment plant. Another one of these copy pasted things, doohickeys. So I'm on record now with my prediction that Walter might be the lesser of two evils, or the lesser of a few evils. We'll see how that pans out. Yeah, there is a room up here. But it's locked off. Maybe we can access it from above. Or maybe not. Oh. Maybe we can access it from this side. Yeah, I reckon we can. I reckon that might be enough. Hold on. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's a key. keys are good and all, but where's the law? Can we make this again? Can. Look at me, I'm rock. Okay, there is some noise outside, so I'll just save this in slot 2, just in case this audio is unusable. Key's not for that door. There's gas mask guy again. Oh. Interesting. Another tape recorder.
Starberg Steel was one of the largest clients of my company. Mikhail Rosenthal was the original owner, but he later sold the majority of his company to Walter. Starberg Steel was doing so well, but then I'm not even really sure what happened. Undeclared work, low wages, hazardous working conditions. The Metal Workers Union strike was the last straw. Somehow Walter managed to bring down the entire company. Rosenthal knows this, and he wants to help me. It's time to do what I have planned.
Interesting.
What have you planned, Hartman? Okay, major clients: Walter Co, Bergman, SBC, HBM. Bergman and SBC are crossed out. Again, one of our major clients went bankrupt. Union of Metal Workers, we demand better working conditions. So this is like the office of the foundry across the way. My notes are very disorganized. Well, my screenshots are very disorganized. Am I?
Fascinating.
I guess I am. Unused plans. Something about these decrepit buildings is just so fascinating, you know? Oh, mushrooms. And milk. Mushrooms are just like there on a plate. Add prefix 000 when dialing internally. In Australia, 000 is the police. When calling via this board, add 7. Then add the number of the outgoing line from 1 to 20. Then add 00. Then add the number of the incoming line from 1 to 50. Internal calls via this board, 0007XX 00XX. I'm not sure why the game is giving us that. We'd still need to have an outgoing number, wouldn't we? Yeah, it looks to be just background stuff. Okay. Men's also boarded up. Here we have man late for work, perhaps. Again. Oh, cool fish. Do I add that to the graffiti collection? Oh, we have a number. Interesting. Dialing the second number now.
Hello. You've reached Osmo Olut customer service. How can I help you?
Hello. So, I bought this 24-pack of beer yesterday, but I noticed there were only 23 beers in it.
We're so sorry about that. We can send you 10 24-packs as a free replacement.
That's great. You can send them to the NCG Starburg office.
We'll send them right away.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's try the third one. 062. What's that sound?
Aziz's Kebab and Burger.
One kebab roll, please. Do you deliver to Starburg still?
Sorry, but we don't deliver there.
That's a shame.
So this must be used with the other puzzle, right? With the internal call sheet. So, or maybe not. So what if we were to go 000 7 1 0 1. So line 1 in and out. Okay, well I need to know what... So yeah, with this thing. So I need to know... Oh, 36. 8 and 36. Let's try that. So 0 0 0 7 800 36.
You have one new message.
Kleinmann? Kleinmann, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you've gotten any of my letters. I'm trying to escape today. I don't let anyone use these phones, but I managed to distract them. Kleinmann, are you there?
Intriguing.
So it's an Irish guy. And he's talking to Kleinman. They don't let anyone use these phones. He's trying to escape. Oh my god. What is this? So the way I got that is probably obvious. There's the 8 and there's the 36. So that's... So there's something shady about Kleinman too now. In true sort of detective story fashion, everyone's motives are coming into question, you know? That's locked. I do have a key for something. Maybe the time has passed for using the key. Maybe the key needed to be used in a previous... in that first area. Maybe I'll need to scan that again. That might be the best thing to do. I'll see if I can unlock anything over here.
Why on earth would someone build a farm back here?
Why indeed? So let's take a screenshot of that then. I'm currently in the forest picking mushrooms. If you're from the media and finally taking my views seriously, here's my story. I used to work at Stahlberg Steel, and I have witnessed the deteriorating working conditions firsthand, starting with the damage of ownership until my career-ending accident. The Union of Metal Workers and the insurance company denied compensation because it didn't happen during working hours. Now I just farm these turnips with the state's shitty pension. The bankruptcy was an inside job of the Union and Walter.
Intriguing.
So the turnip farmer is the guy who had the injury. We need to cross-reference notes to figure out who that is. But I don't think it's a major player at this stage. There's a teddy bear. Privacy screen. It's crazy, like we're coming into other people's like living quarters and, you know. Okay, so I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that we have not found where to use this key yet. So I want to quickly run back and see if I can find the door. Oh, there was a downstairs here. Now I have saved. Oh, that's just death, is it? Yeah, we must have missed a door. We must have missed a door. Well, maybe the key is supposed to be the key to, like, that door. Okay, so there's nothing here we're gonna load. Game. Ah, this one here. There we go. And that's just way of getting up here. Okay. So we found a workaround for that. I doubt that's... Yeah, that's just...
Why on earth would someone build a farm back here? Interesting.
A latch in the roof there. Okay, let's proceed.
All right, I'm out of Starbucks steel. Time to continue taking pictures.
You got it, Mark. You got it. Okay, so 1... 2... Okay, completed chapter Heavy Industry of the Past. It crashed. Let's try that again.
Why on earth would someone interested? Time to continue taking pictures.
Okay, let's save game. No crash, please. Chapter 5, Fresh Water. There's a valve. That's probably going to kill me. Okay. It is going to kill me? Does this die? The red clamp. Can't be turned off somehow.
That's not good.
Hey, so my power went off and the next 10 minutes was corrupted, the next 10 minutes of audio. So let me just show you what I did. I'll redo it real quick. The valve was here, or the wheel for the valve. It needed to be put in there and turned. When I turned that, the steam comes out here now and we can now move forward. I came down here. I picked up one of these bricks and threw it in the window because there's a keycard thing that we can't get in. When I did that, the alarm started going off. I ran around for a long time trying to figure out how to turn the alarm off. Here's the alarm panel. I saw this note. The alarm system is malfunctioning. It might switch on even when no one's around. In case you forgot, here's a hint for the code, Employee of the Year. We can find the Employee of the Year in this room, on the wall, which is very tricky, very hard to find. That's good, but we're still now in a place with locked doors everywhere. I'm a little sick, my throat's a little sore. Alright. In here we turned the light on and we found this newspaper. Stahlberg placed under martial law. The Supreme Court has passed the controversial martial law for the Stahlberg region, giving military and security forces extended mandate over civilian legislative bodies. Martial law has been declared in response to the civilian unrest caused by the unemployment and poverty to maintain order and to generate much needed jobs. The problem started after the collapse of the city's flag carrier steel manufacturer, Stahlberg Steel, after which a wave of bankruptcies on industry dependent of Stahlberg Steel hit the region, crippling the whole Stahlberg economy. The military will do everything to keep Stahlberg and its citizens safe. We will also offer thousands of jobs for unemployed citizens in various military projects, says military spokesperson Anders Peterson. According to critics, martial law is too harsh of an action to solve Stahlberg's economic and social problems. They believe that the military intervention will only make the situation more severe. And like, holy crap, we knew that there were bankruptcies. This is the first time we're finding out that there was, martial law. There was whole, military lockdowns after the bankruptcies because of the unrest. Okay, Main Square protests still raging on. Tens of thousands of people are gathering every day to the Stahlberg's main square to voice out their worry about the region's future. Not even the exceptionally cold weather that hit Stahlberg yesterday has caused any significant drop in the numbers. We want work and we want a future. We will stand here as long as it takes for the city council or anyone else to fix this situation, said one of the protesters. The protests that started 3 weeks ago have caused massive disturbances to the business life of Stahlberg. Hammer Valley Hydro LLC gives profit warning. The company said in its newsletter that the unexpected events that have occurred in Stahlberg region during the last few months have affected their industrial partners heavily, which will most likely cause a less than satisfactory turnover for this year. Violent clashes in Obensaw. The local population and the police forces have taken part in multiple violent clashes in Obensaw yesterday. Obensaw fell to anarchy after most of its residents were left unemployed following the collapse of Stahlberg Steel. 8 miners killed in Poland, and exceptionally cold air hit Stahlberg. So, yeah, we're also noticing a cold sweep coming in at this time. I don't know if that's relevant or what that is. Okay, so then we came out here. I'm doing this a lot quicker than I did it at the time. And we came into the yard here. And I ended up right near this car. So I did notice that there was a red keycard over here. And I made a very a cool reference to Doom. Like, what is this, Doom? So we missed out on the magic of that happening spontaneously. And I ended the game here. But, as I was just now loading my game and getting back to the position that I was at so that I could show you what happened, I was looking for a fast way up. And I found this path. And so the door is right there. I'm on the other side of the door. And I found this. It's a bed, a shopping trolley with Osmo Olat ears, but on the bed, a blue keycard. So, this is where we are now. Oh, look at all the cars. That's cool. This is where we are now. I had the game crash, I had power outages, but episode's done now. So, yep. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.